you have an opportunity to make a decision. Like with this card saying it's up to you, it's saying you get to choose how this moves forward from here. You get to choose if, you know, now knowing what's going on with this situation, this person's dealing with stuff, if you want to wait it out and be understanding and, you know, still wait for this person to come through because you really want to be with them, you could totally do that. If you decide to cut ties with the person, you know, because this isn't what you're looking for, this isn't the type of situation you want to be involved in, you could still do that too. You know what I'm saying? But I feel with this cancel, clear, delete, whatever your perspective was about what it is that's happening here, like any judgment that you made about it, I feel there's a need to cut ties with that because I feel this person does care, right? But hello, Sagittarius Crosswatcher. Welcome to the Crosswatchers only reading. If you're not familiar with what these are, they are readings that I do for people who are dating in a relationship or in a situationship with a Sagittarius person that are looking for, you know, a little clarity, insight, and guidance into what's going on with the connection. You know what I'm saying? So anywho, we're going to go ahead. Okay. I'm going to take all of, oh, that's too many. I'm going to take that one. We're going to go ahead and jump into your cards. Ooh, the first card out, we're looking at the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, and we're picking up on your energy. First, my friend, with this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, it feels almost like a false start between you and your Sagittarius person. It's almost like things were headed in a particular direction and they just kind of fizzled out. Then we have the Three of Cups, and then we have the Four of Pentacles. And I most certainly, okay, Twitter updates. I want to clarify these because I feel with this, there is a sense of a false start between you and your Sagittarius person. It's almost like at one point in time coming into the situation, it was feeling as if the two of you had a very deep, like body, mind, spirit type of connection. That this was the start of something grand, you know what I am saying. But I feel more or less with the connection between the two of you, there's the potential for success with it. However, I was going to say one or both of you, but taking into account, we're just looking at your energy at present. I feel on one sense or another, you're holding back from this person, you know, but I feel I would have to literally look at where it is that you guys are coming from, because it's been so long since I have done these. There is no last month energy to look at, but what I kind of surmise from this is something transpired prior to August that left you guys into this position as to why it is that there was a false start and you guys are kind of holding back. Okay, so the card that came out clarifying the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse is the Lover in the reverse. So with this card, it's not bad. Even if it's in the reverse, it's just more or less that something was held up. So that still speaks to the sense of a false start. So it's more or less a person feeling a certain type of way about someone, but refusing to communicate that or not being able to communicate the truth of that at present. So that more or less says to me that with this Three of Cups, there is a desire for union with this person, but you're holding yourself back from that. So there's been a theme so far with all the signs that I've done of there being truths that are being held back, or people not really speaking like the phrase, the whole need to know basis type of thing. There's this theme of there being the person that you guys are cross-watching for, that it's some element of something that's not being told. But my assumption at present would be you desire to be with this person. You desire to work things out with this person. However, it's almost like if the person isn't saying where they want this to go or what they want this ultimately to matriculate to, and that's really because I just got an impression of this. It's like you coming together with the Sagittarius and the way that things were panning out, the assumption was, okay, we're going to be in a commitment, right? But that day never comes, right? So because the day never comes, you start holding back because it's like, okay, was this not what I thought it was? Are we not, like, are we just hanging out? Like, what is this? So that's what ultimately causes you guys to not invest into it as much as you were. But in the bigger scheme of things, it's still a desire to want to be with this person because you really, you're really digging them. Oh, well, that's hits the nail on the head. Clarifying the Three of Cups is the wife card and the letter in the reverse. So legit, when it comes to what it is that you're desiring from your Sagittarius person, it is full on commitment. It's you wanting to be married, you wanting to build a life with this person. And I feel that's the mindset you guys were in coming into this situation. But literally, like I was saying, because it's you knowing the person cares about you, but because they never vocalized it, or you guys never had this conversation of like, what are we doing? Where is this going type of deal? It was the decision that the Crosswatcher made to pull back and to not invest as much. And I can't be mad at you for that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel because of this lover card being here, even though it's in the reverse and the wife card coming out, that says to me that this person is like your person. You know what I'm saying? But there's a need to kind of be patient and like trust the process type of deal. I'm about to get into their energy to see what's going on with them, but on you guys' side, whatever it is, it's something that's going on with them as to why it is that good Lord, that you guys haven't had this conversation. That's interesting. 3 cards came out. So all right, first card we have is the King of Wands in the reverse. We have the Empress in the reverse, and we have the Judgment in the reverse. So my first impression with this, even though I'm going to clarify it, is your Sagittarius person being in a place to where they are outside of themselves. So they're not standing in their power fully. And I feel the reason why they're not standing in their power fully is because the energy is being siphoned in some way, shape, form, or fashion. When it comes to the Empress in the reverse, I feel heavily this is speaking either to a mother energy, like a hovering mother, a meddling mother, a controlling mother, or this could be the mother of their children, you know what I'm saying, ex-wife or something along those lines. But it's more or less, and this is reminding me, whose reading was that? Was that Virgo? I can't remember if it was Virgo or if it was Libra, because they were very similar. It's one of the two. I'm leaning more towards Virgo, but it was this situation to where this person was going through something, and the person they were dealing with, they felt that they didn't want to get them involved in whatever the chaos and calamity was, right? And I'm feeling very similar vibes for this. It's almost like this Sagittarius person is being disempowered, but the person who's disempowering them is a maternal figure, whether that's their mom or like the mother of their kids, baby mama, ex-wife, whatever the case may be here. But they're not standing in their full power and they're out of alignment with themselves. So as opposed to them being the problem solver or coming to some sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like coming to some sort of conclusion with their life or in reference to this partnership, there's an inability to do so because this Empress and the reverse figure is kind of bleeding them dry, but I feel it more in an energetic sense. It's almost like the influence that this person has over their life. They could be very strong, they could be very confident, but it's something about when this person comes into that space, it's almost like they get really small, you know what I'm saying? And with this Judgment in the reverse, the intention is for them to elevate to a higher state of being and to cut karmic ties and karmic connections, but they're not doing so because what it kind of feels like is like should, oughts, and supposed to's kind of. Like if you think about a person doing the right thing, like, and not the right thing by their own standards, but the right thing based on, another person's value system. So it's kind of like forsaking what it is that you truly desire for the benefit of whatever this moral standard is, even though you're not in alignment with it. But what the challenge is for this person overall is for them to cut karmic ties, meaning whatever this conditioning is that's leaving them stuck and stagnant, it's them cutting cords with that and realigning with the power they're intended to walk in. Interesting. So we have the Scholar card that is clarifying the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So this is more or less speaking to a person. This is like descriptive for your Sagittarius person, but this would be someone who's like an academician, a person who, is very well read, a person who's very into education, documentaries, books, things of the sort, very intelligent person. However, I feel like this also speaks to the energy that this person typically operates in, which is someone who's very self-assured, someone who's very well versed in the things that they stand on. So it's kind of out of character to even hear that. It's almost like the perception you guys have of the Sagittarius person would be an alignment of the Scholar, like someone that you look up to, right? Somebody who's very like trailblazy and inventive thinker, very knowledgeable, wise, things of the sort, right? And it's almost like there's a contrast to here that there could be a person, whether it's a mother or ex-partner or whatever, that could be causing this person to step out of alignment with the perspective you have of them or the respect that you have for them. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that vibe. And the dates that are tied to that card that are important is the 28th of September and the 2nd of October, like between that time frame, between the 28th of September and the 2nd of October are important time frames in reference to the energy related to this person. So very well, if there's a response or a conversation or, an expression of love or clarity that you're waiting on for this person, it may not potentially come until the end part of September, the beginning part of October. But I want to go ahead and clarify this Empress and the reverse. Oh my, look at that. It's a young woman. So here's the deal. It's not their mama, but it could very well be their daughter though. Or a mother that is using the daughter. I mean, that could be a thing too. So what this is looking like for me, we're talking about a male figure here, right? Somebody who's, I want to say academician, because that's really what feels right for me. It's someone who's very intelligent, has a lot going for themselves, very self-assured, usually a person that everyone goes to for advice, is the voice of reason in a lot of situations. However, all of that with this particular person gets put under duress when this particular woman comes into the sphere, right? And this woman is a younger woman. So this could be this person's child. This could be this person's baby mama, ex-wife, it could even be a sister, you know what I'm saying? But whatever the case, what caused this hiccup, right? In the connection that the Crosswatchers have with this Sagittarius person, why this person hasn't expressed how they feel about you, where they see this going, why they haven't given you clarity, would lead you to kind of hold back and not invest into the situation anymore, is that there's a third-party meddler. Now, third-party meddler does not mean that it has to be someone that they're sexually involved with. It could literally be, like I said, I doubt it's their mother because, it's a young woman. But it could be a mother who is, because with this clarifying the Empress, it could be a daughter of this person, right? That's kind of being manipulated by the mom type of deal. And I think I heard a scenario like that with another sign. I can't remember if it was Libra or Virgo, but it could be a mother that's manipulating a daughter. It could just be the person's daughter. It could be, ex-wife, baby mama, whatever the case. But, or even the person's like sister, where in like their mother that's using the sister, like triangulating her in this situation to prevent this from coming forward or this person from moving forward. I can't necessarily say that it's them targeting you per se, because I feel that there's some sort of investment this person has, like this female figure has in your Sagittarius person, and not really so much that they're specifically attacking the Crosswatcher or trying to keep you guys apart. It's more or less needing them to stay where they are because they benefit from that. You know what I'm saying? So an example of this would kind of be, you know, an ex-wife needing her ex-husband to stay single, right? And to not get into a romantic partnership or to get engaged or married or anything like that, because it would mess up her system. So say if, you know, and this is going to get like a whole scenario, y'all. So say if this is a Sagittarius guy who has kids or has a kid with someone, right? And he's not on child support, right? So whenever the mom says that, oh, the kid needs something, he just gives money, like just whenever, not really tallying how much it is, just whatever, you know, the mom says she needs something, he just gives, right? Hypothetically, if the Crosswatcher were to come into the picture, or any woman for that matter, the fear that the mother has is there being a fixed income, like, you know, the new partner or the wife being like, you know, why do you give her money every single time that, you know, she calls for like everything? It's like, why don't you just give like a set amount, you know, where this is the amount of money that you're allocating every month based on what it is that you've been paying. And that's the amount, you know, you have to go through. Or why don't we get an attorney and get this figured out to where, you know, there's like a legal type of thing of how much child support that you pay, right? Because I feel very much who this person is, they're taking advantage of the situation. So it's beneficial to them to keep this person single, because if another person were to come into this situation, you know what I'm saying, it would kind of upset their apple cart. So the key would be for this person, whether it's child, sibling, you know, ex-partner, whatever, is to keep the Sagittarius person under duress, right? So whatever tactic it is that they're using, it's to keep this person where they are, right? Which would be the reason why this person didn't move stuff forward, right? Because it's either a fear-based kind of thing, if this is a sibling and they're just like, oh, you don't know them, whatever, or I know them from blah, 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 blah. It could be that kind of deal with them meddling. Or it could just be so much of a chaotic situation to where this person doesn't want to involve you in it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why how they feel hasn't been spoken to you. But whatever the case, the spiritual energy for this person is for them to evolve, for them to move forward, but it's an interference that's keeping them exactly where they are because it's beneficial to them, you know, like whoever these people are. So the cards that we have here is it's up to you. Cancel, clear, delete, use only positive words and thoughts as they're rapidly manifesting into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking. So here's the thing. I feel with my Crosswatcher people, where you guys are in reference to this partnership, like getting this information of where there's, you know, meddling that's going on here. I feel whether you decide to be understanding, because like I said, Four of Pentacles, y'all aren't investing into this, right? Because I think you guys kind of made it up in your head, even though you care about this person and you want them to reach out. I do feel the conclusion you guys came to was slightly different than what it is that you heard here today, right? But you have an opportunity to make a decision. Like with this card saying it's up to you, it's saying you get to choose how this moves forward from here. You get to choose if, you know, now knowing what's going on with this situation, this person's dealing with stuff, if you want to wait it out and be understanding and, you know, still wait for this person to come through because you really want to be with them, you could totally do that. If you decide to cut ties with the person, you know, because this isn't what you're looking for, this isn't the type of situation you want to be involved in, you could still do that too. You know what I'm saying? But I feel with this cancel, clear, delete, whatever your perspective was about what it is that's happening here, like any judgment that you made about it, I feel there's a need to cut ties with that, because I feel this person does care, right? But they're not telling you that. So you don't really have a requirement to stick around and to put up with this, because you really don't have to. You know what I'm saying? It's not your responsibility. But it's one of those things where it's totally up to you on how it is that you decide to move forward. If you want to be, you know, intertwined in something like this, to where this could be a repeated thing and this person is always coming between the two of you, or you just kind of cutting your losses and moving forward. But whatever the case is, to make sure that you don't allow this situation or the experience or the emotions that you felt to carry forward into another situation in the event that you do decide to move forward. So it's kind of to not allow this situation to embitter you, if that is making sense. So now, Sagittarius Crosswatcher, that has been your Crosswatchers only reading. I'm going over to my network to do you guys extended. And some of you guys don't know that. If you don't want to join the network, I still have Patreon and YouTube members if, you know, you're about that life. You know what I'm saying? If you just want to watch videos. But anywho, I'm going over all those to do you guys extended. So if you're about that life, follow me on over there. If not, I still love your freaking face, and I will see you guys sooner than later, my friends.